Uh, so today I will show you some examples of some example problems regarding third normal form. Uh, because the more we practice, the more we can have the idea about the normal forms and how to convert a normal form to third normal form. Okay, so now I will show you, I will give you some problem and I will show you how to identify whether they are in third normal form or not. It is, so first problem will be, yeah. So I have this, suppose this is my relation R, the attributes are A, B, C, and D, E. Okay. And functional dependencies are like this. A to B, then B to E, then C to D. So let me draw the diagram, schema diagram. So here A, B, C, D, E. A, B, C, D, and E. So A to B, a dependency is there. B to E, another dependency. And C to D, another dependency. Now, we need to know whether this is in third normal form or not. So what is the condition of third normal form? If there is a functional dependency like alpha to beta, then either alpha should be a super key or beta should be a prime attribute. Prime attribute. So if there is a functional dependency like alpha to beta, and then if alpha is a super key or beta is a prime attribute, then we can say that this schema is in third normal form. Now let me check. So first I have to identify the key here. Okay. So A, B, C, D, E. Now in the earlier class I have explained how to identify the candidate keys. So here you can see that only attribute A and attribute C don't have any incoming edges. All other attributes have some incoming edge. Because B has this incoming edge, D has this incoming edge, E has this incoming edge. That means no other attributes are identifying A and C. So in this table, A and C are the only identifying attribute. So this AC should be a part of the candidate. Now let me find the closure of AC. AC class. So AC to AC. Now A to B is there. So add B. Just a minute. বলছি কি একটু ক্লাস নিচ্ছি, একটু পরে ফোন করছি। হ্যাঁ ঠিক আছে, হ্যাঁ হ্যাঁ একদম একদম ঠিক আছে, হ্যাঁ হ্যাঁ এখন রেডি। So now ABC, after that B to E is also there. So A, B, C, E, C to D is also there. So add D. That means I can see that AC can identify all the attributes in this schema. So I can consider AC as a key. AC is a key. Okay. Now check these dependencies. Whether A is a key? No. Whether B is a key? No. Whether C is a key? No. Whether B is a prime attribute? No, because only A or C is the prime attribute. What are prime attributes? Prime attributes are the attributes which are part of the candidate key. So here B is not a part of AC. E is also not a part of AC. G is also not a part of AC. So there is no super key at the left hand side, or there is neither any time attribute at the right hand side. So no functional dependency is actually maintaining this law, right? Now, is it in uh, second normal form? Let me check. See, I can see that there is partial dependency there, right? See, A to B. B is identified by A, but A is a part of this candidate key, so there is also partial dependency. So this table is not in 2NF and not in 3NF. Now, how to transfer this table to 3NF? That is our objective. So I will transfer this whole thing to 3NF. Okay. So let me draw the figure again because I cannot, or let me erase this. Yeah. Yeah. See. Now I can see that which functional dependency first you check whether A to B. See, I don't have any super key at the left or any primary key at the right. So this dependency is creating a problem for me. This dependency is creating problem for me. Okay. So now, so now R, now I will now transform R into CNF. Now identify which dependency are creating problem for you. So A to B is creating problem for me. So keep A, B together. Now B in turn, if I keep B, then E is actually dependent on B. So I will keep E with B also. This ABE one table. It is suppose R1. Okay. So I get one table R1 containing ABE. Now let me check the dependencies here. I have A to B, now B to E. Now, what is the candidate key in this schema? It is A, right? Because A to B, B to E is there. So that means A can identify B and E. So A is the candidate key. So there is no partial dependency now, right? So it is now in second normal form. But let me check, is there any transitive dependency? See, A to B and B to E. Here A is the candidate key. Now, here B to E is, again I can see that in B to E, it violates the property of third normal form. See, B is here candidate key is here A. So at the left side, there is no super key, and in the right side also there is no primary key. That means it violates the third normal form. So I have to again decompose this table. So which dependency is creating problem for me? This dependency, B to E, right? So keep B and E together. Okay, so it is suppose R2. Okay, and I have A actually left, so I will keep AB. It is R3. Okay, now so it is done. Now this C to B is left, right? Right. So I will form another table CD. So here C is the key. AB is the uh, yeah. So wait one minute. Yeah. So now so so that means finally I form these four tables. Okay. One is your here A is the candidate key. Now so here this table is decomposed into B, E, and AB. So AB and BE and CD. Okay. So these three are done. Now, what was the candidate key there earlier? It was AC, right? I have to create a table for AC also. So why not? Why? Because otherwise, if I don't include the main candidate keys, then I cannot actually join. So it will actually violate the lossless property. So then there will be a lossy join. So I will explain about this lossy and lossless in the data classes. But we have to remember that we have to form a separate table for the candidate key set. So earlier, when at the beginning we found out that AC was the candidate key. So I have to form a table with AC. See, if I don't have this table, then how can I join ABCD? Because there is no common attribute here. So I can join ABCD with the help of this table AC. So that is for A, what is the value of C? Then in that way, I can find C and I can join this ABCD. So if I don't have this, then I cannot combine these two tables. If after some time I need to combine I need to find the information from both of these schema. So then I have to do a joining. But for joining, I should have a common attribute, but there is no common attribute in these tables. So I cannot join, right? So for that, I will take help from this table. I know what is the value of C for A, so I can find value of C from A, and then I can join this table with this table. Okay. So actually, this falls under lossless and lossy join. So I will explain it after completing the uh, normalization chapter. So that is in normal forms we only the BCNF and these lossless and lossy joins are left. There are some two topics called multi-value dependency. That is the fourth normal form and fifth normal form is there, but they are not actually that much important. But I will also cover them. So it is the first example. Now let's go to the second example now. Let me create a new page for this. Uh, so uh, yeah, let's have some complicated example. Suppose R is the schema and it has attribute like this: A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, and J. Okay. Now dependencies are like this: A, B to C, A to DE, B to F, F to GH, D to IJ. These are the dependencies. Now, so let me draw the schema diagram once. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J. So AB, AB to C, A to DE, B to F, F to GH, GH, and D to IJ, D to IJ. Okay. So let me check this whether it is in third normal form. So first, I have to find out the candidate key here. For that, I have to find out which attributes don't have any incoming edge. I can see that C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J. All these attributes have incoming edges. So that cannot be a part of these attributes cannot form candidate key because they actually they have incoming edge means they are determined by some other attributes. So they are not identifying other attributes. That is, they are not solely identifying other attributes. So they are actually identified by something. So they alone cannot have the strength to form the candidate key. But here AB don't have any incoming edge. So AB should be a part of candidate key because AB are not identified by anybody. That means they are actually identifying. Okay, so let me find the AB plus whether they are alone. They alone capable to find the other attributes. So AB to C. Okay, then A to DE. Okay, then B to F. Okay, F to GH. Okay, and D to IJ. That means they are able to find all of the attributes. That means AB is the candidate key here. So now let's check the all dependencies. First dependency, AB to C. I can see that the left hand side is a super key here. That means this false, this actually satisfied the condition of the third normal form. That is alpha to beta, and the left side is now a super key. So this dependency is satisfying the third normal form condition. Now let's check this whether A is a super key. No, right? AB, right? But not A. And whether D is prime attribute, no, because D is not part of this, so they are not prime. So these Bharas TNF. Then next one, B to F, also Bharas TNF. F to GH, F is not a super key, and GH are not the prime attribute. So Bharas the third normal form condition. D to IJ. G is not a super key and IJ are not the prime attribute. So also varies the condition of the theorem. That means only A, B, and C is there. So A to D, E does not exist. So now I will decompose the tables. So which dependency is creating problem? So in this case ADE. So form a table R1 with ADE. Now let's find the FDC here. A to DE is there, and G2, so only this, right? So no problem here. So make A as the key here. So now here this dependency has A to DE. Now in this table A is the key here. So it now satisfies the 3NF, this thing. Next, which is getting problem? B2F. So make a table with B2F and make B as the key. See, B is wanting to become a leader. So it wants to become Neta. So make him a leader. Okay. BF. So it is also in third normal form. Now next, which is getting problem? F to GH. Okay. So F to GH. F to GH. One problem is there. See, when I have input ADE, then with it I have to input also IJ, because with D is actually, with D I have to keep IJ also. Okay, so ADE IJ. This is a mistake happened. Okay, see. Let me rectify this. So first dependency creating problem for me, A to DE. So keep A, D, E together. Now again, I have a dependency from G to IJ. So I have to keep IJ with it. Okay. So now here A to DE is there and D to IJ is there. Is it in TNF? Now let me find the candidate key here. So if I find A plus, then ADE and G2IJ. That means A is the key here. Okay. So see, so A to DE, A to DE and D to IJ. This is fine because left hand side is a super key. Okay. Since A is the candidate key, but this is not fine. D. Left hand, there is only one attribute is there. IJ is not a prime attribute, so it is getting problem. So just separate out which dependency is getting problem. So this table will be further decomposed to A, G, E, and G, I, J. Okay. Okay. So it is suppose R2 and R3. So up to this done, right? A to DE is done, D to IJ is also handled. Now next, which is getting problem? B to F. So keep BF together. And again F to GH is there, so I have to keep GH also with it. So it is suppose R4. So now it will be decomposed into, so BF similarly, right? BF and FGH, FGH, F is the key. So it is R5, R6. So 1 table, 2 table, 3 table, 4 table. Okay. Now what I have told that I have to make the original candidate key a separate table. So what is the original candidate key? AB was the original candidate key. So make a separate table for AB also. Okay. So it is fifth table. So now I can see that each table is now satisfying the condition of TNF. If I now check all the dependencies, I can see that there is no, in all the dependencies at the left hand side, there are super keys now. Okay. So these are some few examples. So if you have any problem in understanding these examples, so you please let me know after the all these vacations, etc. I will have one separate class for this. Okay, I will then again repeat the examples because we have lot of time with us. Okay, so no problem in that. Okay, guys. So happy puja to all of you. Bye.